Hello, how are you all? Here again. Been a while since I shot a video. Well, the other day. Today I've had lots and lots of thoughts. Many thoughts. All been swirling around in my head. Also, just excuse the washing for today, won't always be there. Just off the cuff one. So, what do I want to speak to you about today? I'd like to go a little bit deeper into what I see as the perception of greatness and how we manifest it within us. Apologies, hair in the eye. Any emotion is something that we will normally make a conscious effort to focus on. Our subconscious will generate lots and lots of thoughts, and we have the choice which ones we want to give life. When negativity enters our head, we tend to fester on that more than when positive things enter our mind. And why do we do that? I ask you, when that happens, why do you think it is we do that? My belief is we do live in a fairly negative society. Maybe that's just my surroundings themselves, not right now, but how they were when I was younger. I'm not going into too much detail, but actually I'll tell you this, I was not the most, shall we say, socially out there of people. Still not at times. And that gave me a belief that in a social situation I could never really amount to anything. I couldn't talk, I was socially awkward, and people, I'm projecting that, not realising that while I'm doing it, I'm projecting that. People don't really want to talk to someone like that. I mean, I know myself as I've got older and I've got a bit more confident in those situations. When you are talking to someone who's a little bit less confident, it's sometimes hard to keep that conversation going. So, you know, I digress, but that's like that. So that goes in your mind, festers away, and you keep that, unless you're going to be consciously aware that that's there and that's something you're making happen, then it's going to be as like a snowball effect. So you're always going to be in them situations. Oh, I'm not confident. That's kind of how I've been, and it even really took me head on Friday when I had a social event at work. I'll get to detail once again, but yeah, it was quite a bit of a struggle at times, and I'm very rigid until I've had a drink or two. But yeah, we won't go into any more detail there. But my point there is thoughts will always pop into your mind. I've read something like that. We've got 40 to 50,000 thoughts a day. That's a bloody lot, and it's up to us which ones we want to focus on and which ones I see it as like a tree growing in your mind. Like the seed is planted, so do we want to water that seed and make it grow, or do we want to just kind of see it as a weed? Because the negative thoughts will be like a weed. So we see it, okay, don't pretend it's not there, it's there. You acknowledge it's there and think, rip that out and throw it away. Any of you know Tony Robbins know that that's one of his analogies, so you know it's from him. I will always acknowledge where this come from. If it's obvious like that, I'm not going to try and steal other people's work. As I would, as I progress, I would hopefully people would like to do the same for me. So, where am I going with this? Basically, I want to say the thoughts and the actions that you do in your daily life, conscious or unconsciously, you are all responsible for. We're all responsible for the manifestations that we generate in our mind. When it comes to what I see as the greatness perception, because as I explained in my first video, perception is anything that comes in and then you project that back out. So it's your perception that comes out. And my question to everyone is, what perception do you want to come out? What perception and projection do you want to show every single day? Because, as many great men have said, what we focus on, well, for Tony Robbins, where focus goes, energy flows. So where do you want your energy to flow? Where would you like it to flow? Where would any of us like it to flow? Me, I would like my energy to flow into this group and this project that I am embarking on, and be able to create. I in my mind, I say I want to change the world and make it magnificent and wonderful. I know I can't do that alone. I'm going to need a lot of help along the way, and I hope everyone watching here understands what I'm trying to do and pays that message forward. As I've said before, that's what I want to happen. So I encourage every single person here, you, to do that. And I'm not necessarily just on here, but pay that message forward, as in, you know how great you are. Does the other person over there, does your friend know how great they can be? Does your family? Do we tell them how wonderful, magnificent as people we are? And we always sometimes feel embarrassed to say it. And almost to ourselves, I find, once again, me personally, I found it very hard to say to myself, you have got that level of potential in you. I think we need to start telling each other and ourselves that every single day, that you are an amazing person. You have so much potential, so much you can offer. So I'd like to wrap this video up now by just saying, and you might hear me saying this a lot, whatever you do go out and do in life, please have fun along the way, because sometimes the journey is more fun than the actual destination. Thank you very much for listening, and until the next video, goodbye.